Good evening, people. It's almost Christmas. Hope you're enjoying your holidays. Feliz Navidad. Briefly, I want to speak about the retirement of Sergio Aguero at the age of 33. Now, um, the reason for his retirement is because he's been having heart issues. I think shortly after he signed for Barcelona from Man City, he was rushed to the hospital um due to complications with his heart, and so which has never ever been brought up until now, and there could be reasons for that, which could come across as conspiracy theories, but I won't get into that. But actually, and he's not the only one who's been having health issues as well. You've seen players collapsing. Um, Ericsson was, or Christian Ericsson was a totally different issue, even though he collapsed during the Euros. But thankfully he survived, but he's alright. But you're seeing a little bit of a pattern where a lot of young football players are having health issues with their heart, or they're just collapsing. And so but that's another totally different subject as to why that's happening, or why it could be happening. But that aside, Sergio Aguero, I mean, what's there to say? A legend, one of the best Premier League strikers of all time, without question, not even close. You could certainly make the case that he's at least in the top three best strikers of all time, because if you look at his goal to goal ratio, it's pretty impressive, and certainly he's a legend, a Premier League legend for form for well, he's a legend. He's a Premier League legend and a Man City legend. So yeah, he deserves his respect. He's earned his respect, and so yeah, his goal to goal ratio is phenomenal, honestly. Um, Goal to game ratio. Let's see what it is. 0.67. That's pretty high. Pretty high. That's higher than Henri, I believe. Higher than Van Nistelrooy, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Okay. It says here that so maybe not higher than Henri, but it's certainly higher than a lot of other great players. Alan Shearer, Van Nistelrooy, like I said before. Luis Suarez, he was great. He was great when I was at Liverpool. Who else am I missing that one? Andy Cole, obviously. Greater than obviously Drogba, Wayne Rooney. Yeah, just so many strikers who Aguero has a better goal to game ratio than, and I think it's on the same level. It's also on the same level with Harry Kane, even though Harry Kane's having a shocking season. But that's another story for another day. But the point is that like Aguero came and did what he did with Man City, making history. And obviously the best moment that you had at Man City was 2012, where he finally, when he scored the final goal in the final minutes against QPR to help City win their first league title in over 60 years. That was crazy. I can almost replay that moment when that happened. I can remember listening to it on the radio, the commentary, like it was going back and forth between the City game and the United game. It's like he was going to end up on top. United had won their game. I think Rooney scored, beating Sunderland 1-0, and so it looked like it looked as if United were going to retain the Premier League title from the year before. But then 93, like honestly, like 93-20, 93-20. I say again, 93-20, 93 minutes and 20 seconds. Man City versus QPR. It was 2-2. Man City had been 2-1 down, but they equalised for Dzeko, and it all came down to 93 minutes and 20 seconds in the match. Extra time, injury time. Aguero came up with the winner. And history was made. History was made. Honestly, I mean, honestly, you just, wow. I mean, honestly, I mean, even if he wasn't known for being, even if hypothetically speaking now, well, let's just say that he wasn't much of a, like even though he may, like, if that was like the only goal he was a score from Man City, or if the rest of this time at Man City it wasn't as pleasing as that season, like in his first season with Man City when he won the title, he'd still be a legend for that moment because he made history. He made history, and of course, you know, he went on to kind of achieve more things with City, winning more league titles, more trophies, and so he's one of the best strikers of all time. He's proven it, and the unfortunate thing is he had so many injuries at the same time, so it makes you wonder how much more goals could he have scored if he was fully healthy all the time. How much more goals could he have scored if he had always been constantly healthy, injury free? If he had an injury free season, how much more goals could he have scored? Makes you wonder at times. It honestly makes you wonder. I think when you look at his individual honours, I think I believe he just trying to check here. Just go through. I'm just going through his stats here, but he's had an amazing career at Atletico Madrid, where he played in South America first for Independiente, and then he went to Atletico Madrid, had a career there, and then Man City, you know, the prime of his career, where he was there for 10 seasons, 275 appearances for Man City, 184 goals. Saying a lot. Saying a lot. Man. Wow. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Man. My oh my. Jeez. Unbelievable. And that shows that he was a prolific goal scorer when he was injury free. And unfortunately, you know, because of too many injuries, he couldn't. He didn't have the chance to kind of break records with his goal scoring because of the injuries. But despite that, he still managed to kind of make himself a goal threat when he was free, when he was playing well, when he was fit. And so man, I think his best season individually, yeah, the best season he had was in terms of goals, was the 2014-2015 season, where he made 33 appearances for Man City and scored 26 goals. So it shows you right there that when you're given a chance, you can score. You can score goals. That's probably his best ever season for Man City. For Man City. And so yeah, man, you just can't rewrite anything, because certainly he proved that he was worth the money that City bought him for when he left Atletico Madrid in 2011, 10 years ago now. It's crazy. It was yesterday. And, he's certainly up there as one of the Premier League greats. You could argue that he's, but I wouldn't mind arguing him over Thierry Henry. I could see an argument there because he won more titles, obviously. Yeah, I think, yeah. So so he won, yeah. That season when he scored, when he had scored 26 goals in 33 appearances, he won the Golden Boot, deservedly so. He deserved it. He earned it. Yeah. So he won the Golden. He won one Golden Boot. So obviously, if you think Henry's people that he was will use that to say that, oh, he's not the god of Henry because Henry has more Golden Boots, but regardless, he had more clubs. He had more club domestic success than Thierry Henry. He has more trophies. So yeah, he won. Let's see, an FA Cup and 5 Premier Leagues for Man City. An FA Cup and 5 Premier Leagues, and I believe that's 6 League Cups. So yeah, the only pity is that he didn't win the Champions League with City, because obviously last year they lost to Chelsea in the Champions League, which was depressing. He won the Copa America with Argentina. He won the Europa League with Atletico Madrid in 2010. I think that's when they beat Fulham. And yeah, he's also an Olympic. He also won the Olympic gold at the Beijing Olympics with Argentina. So yeah, great career, amazing career. Run out for the World Cup as well for Argentina in 2014 when they lost to Germany, of course. Mario got to score the winning goal. But yeah, I mean, listen, Aguero is a legend, certified Don, one of the best strikers of all time in the Premier League, and we're thankful for the career, for the moments that he gave us, especially 93-20. That's what I have to say. Take care and God bless.